Howdy ho, 7th graders. Your video is on section 4.4 out of the book, which is on solving proportions. There are 3 different ways that we're going to talk about to be able to solve these. So the first one we're going to do is using unit rates, and that's perfect since we just learned about unit rates and how to do that, breaking it down per one item. So it's called unit cost when we're talking about money. So if I have postcards that cost $2.45 for 5 cards, how much will 13 cards cost? Alright, well, first thing I'm going to do is break it down to the cost per one card. So $2.45 for 5 cards. So if I divide it by 5, I should be able to find out how much it is for one card. So 49 cents. Okay, so 49 cents per card. That's the unit cost. That's what we just got done covering. Then I'm going to use that to be able to find my answer. So if it's 49 cents for one card and I have 13 cards that I am trying to buy, I'm just going to go ahead and multiply. Decimal 2 spots. So it would cost you $6.37 for 13 cards. Okay, so we're solving a proportion, but we're using our unit rates that we learned how to do before to be able to do it. Is there another way to do it? There sure is. I'm going to show you the next way. So it says you could solve the same problem above using cross products. So we're still talking about I have $2.45 for 5 cards, but now I'm going to turn it into a proportion. So I want to know how much does it cost for 13. And 5 doesn't go into 13 evenly, so I can't really use mental math for that one. Sometimes mental math does not work, so I have to use cross products. So 5 times x is 5x. I'm going to set it up into a little equation. 245 times 13, which I can just, let's see, 245 times 13. So 3185, and then I could divide that by 5 to solve for x. So 3185 divided by 5 goes in there 6. Oops, that's really bad. 8. So it goes in there 3 times, that'd be 15. And then 7, and I ran into this. But so it's $6.37 for 13 cards. So I got the same exact answer that I got up here. Look, $6.37 for 13 cards. That was just using the unit rate. And here I did the same exact problem, but I used cross products. So there's 2 ways that you can do it. And there actually is another way here. So this last one, it says solve the proportion using mental math. The proportion that we just had will not work using mental math because 5 does not go into, right here, 5 does not go into 13 evenly, so I can't really do it that way. And that will happen sometimes, but some of your proportions will be a little easier. You can just use mental math, and we've already done this a couple times. We did it yesterday when we were doing our labs. So 8 goes into 33 how many times? 8 times 3, right? So then I have to go times 3 here. My C is 9, and I'm done. That's my answer. That's using mental math. How do you know if you're right? Does 3/8 and 9/24, do they reduce to the same thing? If I divide this by 3 and this by 3, what do I get? 3/8. So look at that. It does work. It is proportional. So now I have given you 3 different ways to be able to solve proportions, and we're going to talk about it more tomorrow. So bring that information with you. Have a good night.